really quick, as a Nebraskan, I have to chime in with, does anybody care about Nebraska? Not anymore. I did when I went to the polling place and cast my vote for Harrison Walls. I don't anymore, because y'all voted for who you voted for. So no, I don't care even a little bit.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in once again and supporting your girl on this channel. So all credit goes to the creators in this video. Y'all are amazing. So guys, in today's video, it seems Nebraskans are still finding out why. Okay, let's see.
Well, in today's episode of F Around and Find Out MAGA edition, cattle ranchers in the state of Nebraska who voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump fear the impact on their businesses when Donald Trump implements his mass deportation program that he campaigned on for almost 2 years, that they voted for. And now they're realizing that if he actually implements it, they'll go bankrupt. He told you for almost 2 years that he was going to deport 20 million Hispanic, Latino, undocumented immigrants living and working in the United States. You voted for that. And as cattle ranchers in the state of Nebraska, your business and your profitability depends and relies on undocumented immigrant workers who are now going to be deported by the guy that you voted for who said he was going to do that. How dumb are you people?
Someone please go check on Nebraska. Do you guys know what's going on over there? And if you don't know what's going on, that's why you have me, so I can explain it to you. But básicamente, Nebraska is about to go bankrupt in 6 months. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to smile. It's just a little ironic because majority of Nebraska voted for you-know-who, el pendejo, right? Majority of Nebraska is like, does anybody care about us? Like, we're about to go bankrupt in 6 months. And the reason why they're about to go bankrupt is because the majority of the workforce in Nebraska is built off, who do you think? The back to Latinos, right? That are undocumented. And they're scared to go to work. And they're not giving any money to the farmers. So their agriculture is dead. They're like, who cares? Like, can somebody come and help us? No, mijo. I have no pity for you.
The problem is President Trump's order to freeze most federal grants and loans has created a panic and uncertainty within the agricultural sector, which relies on billions of dollars in direct government assistance for loans, disaster relief, and conservation practices, many of which have been around since the days of FDR, and farmers have begun to rely on them. Now, if you've watched the news at all, you know that a federal judge blocked the order on Tuesday. The problem is, and what the media isn't telling you, is that farmers and ranchers over the last week to 10 days have begun to receive letters telling them that the government may not be able to live up to the promises they made in these signed contracts with farmers and ranchers to improve conservation and increase productivity on the farm. Sadly, I watched one cattle farmer video last night in the state of Missouri where he said that he's going to fall $80,000 short in funding because the government promised him that if he and his family invested in good conservation practices, they would support his efforts with grants and loans. He received a letter in the past 10 days telling him that they couldn't keep their promise even though they have a signed contract. And as a direct result, he's going to fall $80,000 short on his
What about
spring loan
Nebraska?
payment.
Does anyone not care about Nebraska? Why should they? Coming from somebody who lives in Omaha, Nebraska, us blue voters, we did our part, okay? Including Lincoln. And what's so funny is I keep seeing all these farmers showing up on my For You page now because I live in Nebraska and that's all I'm going to see. What did y'all think was going to happen? Y'all are the ones that voted for this orange guy. I do not feel sorry for y'all because there are going to be consequences for your actions. And the fact that you thought you wouldn't be affected by this, so I'm going to hold y'all hand when I tell y'all this. Get y'all friends, get off them phones, and get in the field, okay? Pun intended. Y'all's racism actually overpowered y'all livelihood, and now y'all are seeing what's happening in real time. I don't feel sorry for y'all. So many of y'all are so upset that y'all workers aren't showing up to work. Oh, that's really unfortunate, love. But to my Omaha Nebraskans and my Lincoln Nebraskans, I stand with y'all. We knew this would happen, and we tried our best. And to the rest of you, I don't wish you good luck.
I have an honest question for people who voted for Trump, but also own farmland in which a lot of immigrants worked. Genuinely, what did you think was going to happen when Trump said all the immigrants have to go? Like, what did you think? Did you think he was going to, like, force people to work for you guys? Like, make it mandatory for certain people to work for you guys? Because I'm confused. Like, if you voted for someone who knew that they were going to throw out your whole entire workforce, what did you think the backup was? Genuinely asking. Like, did you think that he would make it mandatory for some of them to, like, have to stay? Or did you think that he would just select another group of people? Like, I really want to know, like, if this is a serious question, because I don't understand how a group of people could just vote for, like, their livelihood to be gone over another race. Like, whole entire livelihood gone because they just don't want another race here. I don't get it. Help me understand.
Girl, trust me, I don't get it too. And I doubt if they get it too. Because if they have gotten it, or if they got it, they wouldn't have done what they did. Because how can you vote against your livelihood? I mean, who does that?
So this morning I ended up on Nebraska Talk, and it was a bunch of people crying, why does anybody care about Nebraska? When we voted for Kamala Harris, when I cast my vote for Harris, that was me saying, I care about you and I want you to survive and thrive. Okay, you knew better than anybody else that your state thrives and survives off of migrants' backs. Okay, and instead of them waiting for ICE to come, they decided to peace out before they could come and get them. I don't know what to tell you guys anymore. This is what you voted for. Whether you like it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, this is exactly what you voted for. And now you're feeling it. What do you want us to do? You want a government handout? That's socialism. You voted against that. No. Sadly, the reality is that you'll probably have to sell a lot of your farms for pennies on the dollar to large corporations and manufacturers. But don't worry, they'll probably let you work there for a minimum wage.
Hey, y'all, listen, those of you asking me how much Nebraska is paying in terms of farm workers, Nebraska pays between $13 and $18 an hour starting out. So if you're coming here to work on the farms, and I get what you guys are saying, you want the MAGA people to be in the front of the line to show up and work these farms. But I want you to know this situation is serious because, you know, Nebraska is one of the top meat producers in the country. So if you want to keep eating them leaves and filet mignon and New York steak and so on and so forth, somebody got to work these farms. They're not going to work themselves is all I'm saying. Look here. MAGA people, y'all show up. People saying y'all need to be in the front line and show up and work these Nebraska farms before this state goes bankrupt. That's what I'm saying.
What's going on, y'all? My topic for today is, yes, we care about Nebraska. Before I start, it's just my opinion. If you don't like what I'm about to say, there's no need for you to get mad at me and try to cancel me. But y'all seen the videos of people asking, do y'all care about Nebraska? You know, Nebraska is on the edge of being bankrupt, you know, because their farm industry is heavily affected now that ICE has been going after their workers, you know. So To answer the question, yes, people care about Nebraska. People say mean and hurtful things about Nebraska. Those same people care. Here's where it comes down to. In order for us to unite, I feel like it's going to take, in this instance, it's going to take the citizens of Nebraska to dig deep and answer one basic question. Why did you vote the way you did? And this question has to be answered in order for us to go forward. We need to understand the whys. What led people down this road? That way we can be aware and they will not go down this road again. What were the key words that were said to you? Were the words like, we're going to get rid of woke? Were there that? Was it, we're going to protect American jobs? What was the slogan that was said to you that said, yep, that's what Nebraska needs? When they said they're going after the migrants, the illegal migrants, and if you all are farmers, then you know who worked for you. You know. I feel like there needs to be some admittance. You need to admit that you voted the way you did because you thought it would affect other people in a negative way. You weren't really listening to what he was saying, because he said this from the start. If you have a farm, if you are a farmer, you had to know that a lot of your workforce were undocumented migrants. You had to know that. I don't see what other result would have came out of this if this is what you wanted. So, like I said, people aren't hating Nebraska, and that's just one instance, because there's many states that this could fit into that category, but people aren't hateful to Nebraskans. People want to love on Nebraskans. You know what I'm saying? But Nebraskans have to answer those questions first. You have to at least answer those questions to yourself. Why did you vote for them? You got to answer that for yourself, so you won't be tricked again. Thank you for your time. Out.
Bro, I don't think you're going to get any response to that, all right? Because Nebraskans that voted for Trump are not ready to come out to admit that they voted for him, all right? The minority who have come to say that, okay, we voted for Trump, now we are taking back our votes. I don't think I've seen any one of those videos that any one of them actually said, okay, I'm from Nebraska, I regret my vote, this and that. Okay, they are all just going to hide under the shadows. And some of them that actually voted for Trump, they can just come out now and begin to say all these things. Does anybody care about Nebraska? You guys should have pity on us. They are not exactly going to come out and say, okay, yes, we voted for Trump. Okay, so whatever it is that they are finding out now is as a result of what they did, consequences of their action. And it's so sad because their farms is a source of livelihood, both for them, the immigrants that have gone. So they are going to F out. Okay, they're going to find out because they have F'd around. And the undocumented immigrants that were their workers, those ones are even finding out now. So in a couple of months, reality is going to dawn on them. And I'm sure they are even feeling it right now. But it's so hard sometimes to take pity on those ones that effed around and are finding out because they told you. Okay, this is just simple logic. They told you, but I just wonder what it is that they were actually listening to. It's like all the times when he was saying it, they were just looking at him that, oh no, you can do that. Oh no, you're not gonna do that. But somebody was saying it repeatedly for over 2 years, and you think he was lying? Come on. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, because this FAFO period just keeps getting funnier and funnier. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in my next video. Please don't forget to stay safe. Ciao.